welcome back again, everyone. My name is Joel Broughton, and hopefully we've got our keywords done now. You've done some keyword research. Here's what I came up with there the last time. We're going to start building out our campaigns based on the keywords that we had selected: online, home, business, and then these are obviously the variations. So I'm just going to go through now. We're going to talk about article marketing, which is the first step in our SEO project, in our campaign. And the first thing we need to do is, step one is create topics. All right. And basically what do I mean by a topic? Well, it's going to be something related to my keyword here, okay, online, home, business. And the topic is going to be something to do with online home business. So I'm going to basically just write a list of 50 to 60 topics before I even get started writing articles, before I even log in, before I do anything. I'm going to go ahead and start creating topics. All right. The second step is we're going to create a rough draft, and I'm going to go through with you. We're going to create a rough draft together. Step three is a second rough draft, where we basically take our writing, what we wrote about the topic, and we make sure that we work in our keywords. So we're going to work in our main keyword, and we're going to work in some of our keyword variations. And I'm going to show you as well kind of the rates at which we should be putting these keywords in, because you don't want to jumble up your article with too many of the keywords, because then the articles aren't really going to be relevant. Google's just going to think, and the other search engines will basically just think that you're spamming that keyword and you're putting too many in there, so it's not a real article. Step four is we're going to create a final draft together, which is basically just rereading it, making sure it makes sense, make sure you're happy with it, and then posting it. And then step five is we're going to rework that one article into 4 to 6 more articles. All right, but here's the key, is that we're not going to keep the same information. We're actually going to change all the wording throughout the article. Okay, so very important that you don't keep paragraphs. You don't even, you just basically use it as a template to rewrite it again. And that's just going to save us a lot of time to be able to create more and more articles about the same topics and using the same keywords, but having fresh content. Because remember, the search engines love fresh, new, and original content. So let's just start off with creating topics. We're going to do that together in a minute. I'll go through one other thing, I guess, with the article marketing when we're getting into it. Maybe take notes on this next part, because this is very important. And we'll go through this once we start writing our articles as well, but I may as well go through this at the beginning here with you. When we write the articles, we want to have an article usually 500 to 600 words long. We don't want it too long that people aren't going to read it. We don't want it too short that there's not enough information or not enough kind of value to the reader. So usually I try to, 400, 500, 600, somewhere around there. 500 to 600 words long is kind of a good size article. If it's 1200, 1800, words long, just break it into 2 or 3 articles. If you're finding that you're writing way too long, if you're writing too short, you'll just have to add a couple paragraphs to expand it. And trust me, once you start writing, 500 to 600 words is not a lot of words. All right, that's just a few paragraphs. Now the keyword density, and this is absolutely important. This is probably one of the most important things about article marketing that you could possibly do, because again, remember that the search engines are looking for your keywords in the articles. They're going to basically scan the article and find what's relevant about the article. So if your keywords are in there, a certain amount, kind of that sweet spot, if you will, then the search engines are really going to like your article for that topic, okay, or for your keyword. So the main keyword, always keep this in mind, should be in your article about 1.5 times for every 100 words that long your article is. Your keyword variations should be in there about 1 time for every 100 words that you write. So for instance, a 500-word article, you should have your main keyword in there 7 to 8 times, and your keyword variations an additional 5 to 6 times. Okay, not 5 to 6 times each, 5 to 6 times total. So in a 500-word article, you're going to have somewhere between about 12 to 14 keywords and keyword variations total in that article. Okay, no more than about 12 to 14 times throughout the article. In an 800-word article, the main keyword's about 12 to 16 times, and your keyword variations would be 10 to 12 times. Okay, and you'll see as we start building out these articles what I mean by that. All right, but write this down. It's very important, and this is the one that you're normally going to try to hit right here. Okay, 500-word articles, keywords. Okay, main keywords 7 to 8 times, keyword variations 5 to 6 times. That's normally what I usually go after. Okay, so basically the next step now, let's just go back and let's start creating some topics, okay, together. So I'm just going to restart a new video, and we're going to do each of these things in a separate video because they are going to be their own kind of little areas. So I'm going to stop the video here. I'll see you in the next video where we create our initial topics for the keywords that we had originally selected for our campaign.